Hello, I'm Christina Casotis, CEO of the Allegheny County Airport Authority, owner and operator of Pittsburgh International Airport. Welcome to today's online presentation aimed at architects, engineers, and contractors. This presentation is meant to give you an overview of our Terminal Modernization Program, a bold plan to transform Pittsburgh International Airport into a modern, tech-forward, and dynamic facility. A facility built for our community, for the ever-changing needs of our passengers, airlines, and concessionaires. A facility that reflects and advances the growth and success of the Pittsburgh region. The transformation comes at a key time for Pittsburgh International Airport. Momentum has been building for the past 3 years. Non-stop destinations are up over 80% from 37 to 70. We were one of the first airports in the U.S. to allow for Uber and Lyft, and we are the first airport in the country to allow non-flyers access to our Airside terminal, all of which has garnered national and international attention and awards. The Terminal Modernization Program comes at a key time for the Pittsburgh region and its transformation. I'll be back at the end of this presentation to share more on that subject with you. You will now hear details from airport leaders on the next phases of the Terminal Modernization Program. The next phases of this project take the project from concept to specific design to financial and environmental assessments, architectural planning, to groundbreaking in 2019 and completion in 2023. There's a lot to do in a short amount of time, but we're excited about the possibilities, and we're ready. Thank you very much for your attention today and for your interest in joining our team.
Hello, this is Richard Bellotti, Vice President of Planning for the Allegheny County Airport Authority. Thanks for joining us as we provide you with some background and general information that's led us to this exciting development program. Our airport authority was formed in 1999 and is responsible for the oversight and operation of both Pittsburgh International Airport and Allegheny County Airport, our general aviation and reliever facility located in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. This aerial shot shows Pittsburgh International Airport, which sits on approximately 9,000 acres, and it's located 20 miles west of the city of Pittsburgh. The current passenger terminal building complex encompasses nearly 2 million square feet and includes 3 buildings, Landside, Central Services, and Airside, that are all situated midfield. Public access to the terminal complex is from the southwest via Interstate 376, and all public parking is adjacent to and directly west of the Landside terminal. The airfield is comprised of a 4-runway system, including 3 parallels and 1 crosswind. The longest runway, 10 right, 28 left, is 11,500 feet long. In 2016, Pittsburgh International Airport served over 8 million passengers with nearly 4,200 total operations. This closer view shows the terminal complex as it is today. In the foreground is the Airside terminal with Central Services and the Landside terminal in the background. The buildings are connected by an underground automated people mover, or train. This midfield complex was designed in the late 1980s and opened in October of 1992. At the time, the terminal design was groundbreaking. It was designed for a single carrier as a major connecting hub, and up until the airport lost its hub status in 2004, along with the security impacts that followed 9/11, the terminal worked very well. Today we operate as an origination and destination airport, serving primarily the Pittsburgh and southwestern Pennsylvania region. At our peak as a hub, we served 21 million passengers. Of that 21 million, over 70% were connecting passengers who never used the Landside terminal. This year, we will serve approximately 8.5 million passengers, nearly all of which were processed through the Landside terminal. 25 years later, significant changes have occurred that leave us with terminal facilities that do not serve today's travel patterns and operating needs very efficiently. The Landside terminal is simply not flexible enough to meet today's demands. As I already stated, the terminal complex was designed as a major connecting hub. Today, as an O&D airport with substantially less traffic, we have too much space in some areas and too little space in others. This often leads to awkward flows and inefficient use of space. Let me give you some examples. We operate a 4-level Landside terminal building with multiple curbs for both commercial and private vehicles. Wayfinding is difficult and concession space is not aligned with high traffic areas. Our check-in area is about 50% larger than it needs to be, while our baggage claim is about 33% larger than it needs to be. While these spaces are too large, we have 2 security checkpoints that are constrained, and security space is limited. Our primary checkpoint does not provide for expansion and does not adequately provide enough space for queuing of passengers. The exit from our primary security checkpoint is also constrained since it enters directly into the train station with limited space for our passengers to recompose. To reach our secondary checkpoint, passengers are required to exit the building and cross an active roadway that is exposed to the elements. Our international arrival space is poorly located in our existing layout. The facility is too large and the walking distances are too long. Our current process to eliminate security recheck for Pittsburgh-bound passengers places constraints on our train system's operation. We have 2 baggage handling systems complicating our operation also. The systems are expensive to maintain and have long bag travel times. This past October, our terminal turned 25. Our facility is aging and expensive to maintain. There are a number of outdated systems and numerous conveyances, and after 25 years of service, all of these systems and conveyances will need major repair or replacement. Our parking garage is outdated and underutilized. With no ability to expand, there is limited covered parking that doesn't meet the needs of our customers, particularly during the winter in the Northeast. And unlike most O&D airports, we have a train that shuttles passengers between Landside and Airside. Unnecessary for today's operation, the train adds travel time and significant operating and maintenance costs. What we do have is an Airside terminal that does work. Although too large, its smart design allows for 4 concourses that extend from a central core. This central core provides our passengers with many choices in retail and food and beverage concessions. Concourses are wide and provide opportunities for future changes, such as concession integration, additional seating options, and other amenities. We've already started to build upon the opportunities of Airside, and in 2017 we started renovation of our concourses, beginning with the International Departures Hall. In addition to refreshing the space with new carpeting, wall finishes, and painting, we provided several types of seating choices, all of which provide power for our customers. We also installed shared use equipment and digital signage. Currently, we're working on the refurbishment of Concourses A and B, with Concourses C and D to follow in 2018. Also, in 2018, selected bathrooms in the core will be updated. So let me talk briefly on how we got to where we are today. In April of 2014, the Airport Authority kicked off its master plan update, recognizing the need to assess the overall complex and the significant operating changes that occurred since the airport's days as a major connecting hub. There's no surprise that our primary focus of the update was on our passenger terminal facilities. By April of 2015, the master plan rolled out 3 potential terminal development alternatives. Alternative 1 maintained but enhanced the existing terminal complex. Alternative 2 looked at construction of a completely new Landside terminal, and Alternative 3 looked at construction of a completely new Airside terminal. By March of 2016, we were prepared to begin extensive airline coordination and began monthly coordination meetings. By August of 2016, the airlines requested of us to begin advanced planning on Alternatives 1 and 2 only, with Alternative 3 eliminated due to significant capital costs. With 1 year of advanced planning and significant financial analysis, by August of 2017, the airlines agreed that the Airport Authority should pursue the development of Alternative 2, the construction of a completely new Landside terminal. This past September, the airport publicly announced plans to develop Alternative 2. You're currently looking at the Alternative 2 concept. The highlights of this concept include a new terminal processor that is a total of 632,000 square feet, as shown in Area 1. Area 2 shows the refurbished Airside terminal with 51 gates. Area 9 shows our central services, receiving, and energy plant that will remain. Area 5 shows the new 3,000 space parking garage. Area 6 shows the new long-term parking lot. Area 11, the new cell phone lot that will be directly adjacent to the extended service road to the new terminal building facilities. And Area 3 is the location of the new quick turnaround area for our rental car vendors. What do we believe this plan will accomplish for us? Well, it will provide us the opportunity to once again be leaders in airport design as we were in 1992. We'll be able to build a facility that is flexible to adjust to changes in technology and travel demands, with a design that will allow us to expand if forecasts are exceeded. We can more easily address new technology and infrastructure needs by building new, and at the same time, the new facility will allow us to lower O&M costs and keep costs to airlines stable, all without any new local tax dollars. This program will also provide us with opportunity to increase our non-aviation revenues. And finally, we can build the airport that is truly representative of all our carriers, as well as build an airport that is Pittsburgh's airport.
Hello, my name is Paul Hoback, Senior Vice President of Facilities, Engineering, and Maintenance with the Allegheny County Airport Authority. The details of our terminal modernization begin with a transformation story, not just in the physical facilities, but in our organization as well. The transformation of Pittsburgh International Airport began back in December of 2014 with the hiring of our CEO, Christina Cassotis. Since her arrival, we have been focused on better communication, collaboration, and employee engagement with the goal of creating a culture that is built on innovation and best practices. Despite being in an industry that is sometimes risk-averse and opposed to change and creativity, in just under 3 years, we have transformed our team and culture. Now, I'll demonstrate how this modernization plan will transform our facilities. When I visited an airport earlier this year to meet its capital program team and benchmark its major construction project, I saw crews pouring concrete and setting steel for its new terminal foundation. This got me thinking. The foundation of our new facility won't be built of concrete and steel alone. Our vision is to not only create a new facility that is state-of-the-art, but to move in with an engaged team that understands how this new terminal will reflect and advance the renaissance of the Pittsburgh region. Change in the Airport Authority's culture has created the foundation that puts us in an optimal position to begin the transformation of our facilities. This is the basis for our terminal modernization project, PITTransformed. So let's start with a conceptual view of these new facilities. This plan moves our Landside terminal to Airside, allowing us to modernize all concourses with a total of 51 gates, allowing for future growth, construct new roadways, curbs, and a new parking garage with covered spaces. This will improve the customer experience in a region that sees over 41 inches of snow per year and many rainy days. Additional covered parking spaces are a huge win. There's a dedicated cell phone lot and a separate and dedicated ground transportation center in the new garage. This plan also eliminates the costly people mover train and reduces 8 miles of baggage conveyance currently maintained in 2 separate, complicated, and outdated systems. Eliminating the Landside terminal consolidates all baggage operations into one very efficient and cost-effective system. We also gain potential reuse of some parking areas for real estate development and revenue enhancement. The new facility has a single-level concourse with baggage claim, ticketing, and the meet and greet areas all on one level. Our current Landside terminal utilizes 3 separate levels to accomplish what the new single-level concourse does with just one. It has fewer conveyances. We are actually expecting a 40% reduction in the number of moving walkways, elevators, and escalators. There are shortened passenger transit times and a reduction in baggage delivery times, which will provide a better experience for all those traveling through Pittsburgh International Airport. This is a reimagining of our departures curb. Today we have 4 separate curbs at 2 elevations with both commercial and public departures on 2 separate bridges at the 3rd level of our Landside terminal. This is operationally difficult as well as confusing to users. The new terminal processor will have all curbs at the ground level and no bridge structures necessary. Our current Landside terminal has 17 passenger and vehicle bridge structures leading up to or away from the Landside terminal. These structures are very costly to maintain, and our new terminal modernization program eliminates the need for these. Here's a concept of our new Landside facility. This is the check-in area. We will have an additional 30,000 square feet of concession space on Landside with enhanced opportunities for revenue generation. We estimate up to 15% additional revenue on opening day. Here are new concepts of the security checkpoint and atrium, or what we like to call the Recompose space, that would come right after passengers exit the often stressful security checkpoint. One consolidated security checkpoint instead of the two that we have today will allow for more efficient processing, additional TSA queuing, and enhanced security opportunities. Right now in our existing Landside terminal, you walk through security and have to collect your things, put your shoes and belt back on while everyone's standing at the trains watching your every move, and those coming behind you from security are close to the heels that you just put back on. This is certainly not an optimal situation. We hope to create a more positive experience and calming space for stressed passengers, infrequent travelers, and those traveling with young children. There will be one meeting and greeting space for both international and domestic arrivals. We currently have 4 or more areas where family and friends gather to meet passengers as they come past the exit from our secured portion of the airport, and frankly, none are very inviting or easy to navigate. The modernization plan makes it easier and more pleasant when reconnecting with family, friends, or loved ones returning from a trip. Here's the baggage claim area with improved and more intuitive wayfinding, enhanced with what we like to call a sense of place, meaning that the art, culture, and concessions give you a unique feeling that you're in Pittsburgh, just like when you fly into San Francisco and see a yoga room, or when you land in Nashville and hear live music. One of our priorities now, and with this new terminal, is incorporating a better sense of Pittsburgh into the terminal. Here's one of the 2 bridges on each side of the terminal that cross over to the parking garage and the new ground transportation facility. Visitors who park on the second level of the garage or who rent a car will never have to make a level change when arriving to or departing from Pittsburgh International Airport. This conceptual view is inside the parking garage on the ground transportation level. You've probably been to a landlocked airport that has to put their ground transportation facility off property and passengers must take a bus to access their rental cars. We didn't want that in our plan. We wanted you to be able to walk across the road or bridge and right into a new facility to rent your car. The entire plan focuses on an enhanced and improved customer experience for passengers who start and end their trips with Pittsburgh International Airport.
I'm Tracy Cullen from the Allegheny County Airport Authority Planning Group. With the Terminal Modernization Program, we aspire to create the best airport for Pittsburgh. What this means to us is a world-class airport that, through its design and operations, creates a relaxing, engaging, and exciting passenger experience and brings in the best of Pittsburgh and best practices from other airports and industries, national and international. Not only is what we're doing here innovative, groundbreaking, and bold, but also how we plan to do it is equally as innovative and groundbreaking and bold. We are identifying and creating best practices to make sure that the design and implementation of this massive undertaking goes off without a hitch and sets the standard for excellence in the industry. To do this, we have identified best practice focus areas. These best practice focus areas include arts and culture, building systems, concessions, gardens and landscaping, ground transportation and parking, accessibility, safety and security, sustainability, and technology. We expect that there will also be other areas identified as the program evolves. To integrate best practice into the design process, we are collaborating with local, national, and international experts to develop a management team and governance process that will embrace the vision of PITTransformed and provide a collaborative, flexible, innovative approach to program design and implementation. We will engage industry leaders to participate in best practice groups and complete benchmarking with other airports and industries for the focus areas. The results of these efforts will be used in project scoping with the design team. The best practice focus area groups will also be asked to provide input during the design process as needed and as part of the design review process. The selected design team will need to be committed to collaboration and the integration of best practices into the design process. The selected design team will also need to be committed to helping us create the best airport for Pittsburgh.
Once again, this is Paul Hoback. So, you might be wondering, how are we going to make this bold vision for modernizing our facilities into a reality? First, we need your help. That's why we're having this Industry Day presentation. We're here to recruit you. Our mission is to give you the roadmap, or flight plan if you will, to become a future partner with the Allegheny County Airport Authority. We will need engineers to plan for a new roadway system. We need architects to design the new terminal facility. We need suppliers and manufacturers to provide materials for these new assets. And we need construction professionals and contractors to build the airport that Pittsburgh deserves. As much as you want to work on this project, we want you and your expertise. We hope you understand a little more about our vision for improving our facilities, and we hope you'll share in that vision. What an amazing opportunity we have in front of us today. We have the chance to create a new first and lasting impression for visitors to the Pittsburgh region. This is an opportunity that doesn't come around often, so we're going to get this right. And to do that, we conducted much research and many benchmarking trips to meet with capital program teams to learn from others on how to best approach a major capital program like this one. We met with many airports, attended numerous industry events, and made contacts that we have reached out to and will continue to take advantage of throughout this program. From this benchmarking process, we have developed a proposed organizational structure that will help guide the project from concept to completion. This proposed structure includes program oversight committees and an advisory working group to help define the vision and strategic direction of the program. We are in the process of selecting a program director or an expert with experience building airports who can help oversee this $1.1 billion program. We will be going out with 2 RFPs in early 2018. The first is to procure an architect and engineering team to design these new facilities. The second is to procure the program management and construction management teams that will work with the designer to develop phasing plans, conduct constructability reviews, and participate in value engineering. They will also oversee construction to make sure the drawings and specifications are followed. Our team has set and expects an aggressive implementation timeline. Our goal is to get the program director under contract this month or by January 2018 at the latest. We are currently working on the design and the PMCM RFPs that will go out in early 2018. Our goal is to get these consultants under contract and working on the design by the second quarter of 2018. The plan will be to get the first bid package, or site works package, out for bid for groundbreaking in the fourth quarter of 2019. There are 5 proposed bid packages and 4 phases of construction planned for this program. The date of beneficial occupancy, or DBO, for the new terminal is January of 2023, with additional construction and demolition phases to follow until late 2025. We fully expect to be industry leaders in airport design with this program implementation. 25 years ago, the X-design of our Airside terminal was innovative and leading edge. It's still in use and has been emulated today at Abu Dhabi, Mexico City, and Mumbai airports. Now, we get the opportunity to once again inspire the entire industry. As we've said, we're building Pittsburgh's airport, an airport that is flexible to meet the ever-changing needs of passengers, airlines, and concessionaires. Not an airport designed for one airline or one type of traveler. This will be our airport, and everyone in the region will be able to say that proudly. As I mentioned, we are proposing 4 phases to make this airport plan and vision a reality. Phase 1 will require the closure of our west ramp and the airlines that operate on the west side of Concourses C and D. Our goal is to encapsulate the west ramp and construction site for our new Landside terminal and parking garage so that all construction is outside of the Airport Operations Area, or AOA. This will require relocating airlines and removing passenger boarding bridges or jetways. There may be minor impacts throughout this phase to other airlines on all concourses, as we will be relocating some jetways to remaining gates to replace older bridges that are in worse operating condition than bridges removed from the west ramp. We will also be constructing temporary roadways so that airline tug and baggage operations will continue to have secure access from existing Landside to all Airside gates. Phase 2 is the heart of construction. This is where most construction will occur with bid packages 2 through 4, including the terminal and curbs, the new roadway system and surface lots, the new parking garage and quick turnaround facility, or QTA, for the rental cars. The third phase is after DBO, or the new terminal is open and operational. This phase includes demolition of the old E-Gates area and demolition of the north baggage handling system inline explosive detection facility. the construction of a temporary roadway, as well as the construction of a permanent rental car overflow lot. The fourth and final phase includes the demolition of the ends of Concourses A and B and the construction of a new extension bridge with multiple jetways at the end of Concourse A. This phase will also include the demolition of the former Landside terminal facility and associated roadways, unless of course a reuse plan has been identified. So, now that we have a good idea of the plan, how are we proposing to build this? Let's start with the program's construction delivery method. First of all, in the state of Pennsylvania, the Separations Act limits our delivery method for vertical construction. The PA Separations Act requires that we use a design bid build or traditional project delivery method for at least the terminal, likely the parking garage with a built-in ground transportation center, as well as possibly the quick turnaround facility. We must have separate prime contracts for all building project work associated with these facilities for trades that are over the Separations Act monetary threshold. Our in-house staff has an expertise in the design bid build method, so we are currently planning to use this traditional method for all work in our Terminal Modernization Program. That being said, we are not ruling anything out at this point. We'll be working on putting together a team of experts to do this work. Many of those experts are watching and listening to this presentation right now. Remember, we're here to recruit you. It will be important to assemble a team that will be able to take this vision and make it a reality, keeping safety, operational excellence, and cost efficiency foremost throughout. We are also proposing 5 construction bid packages for this program. The first is the site works that I mentioned earlier taking place during Phase 1 of the program. This will likely be just one general contractor procurement with multiple subs. The second bid package is for the construction of the new terminal and curbs. This may include 6 or more prime contractors, including a general, electrical, HVAC, plumbing and fire protection, an equipment contractor for the baggage handling system installation, a systems integrator, and any other proposed primes that we deem necessary during the planning and design phase of this program. Bid package number 3 is for the construction of the new roadway system and new surface lots. We anticipate the procurement of 1 prime associated with this work, which will be a general contractor. Bid package number 4 will be for the construction of the parking garage and quick turnaround facility for the rental cars. We anticipate that at least 4 primes will be procured with this bid package, including a general, electrical, HVAC, as well as plumbing and fire protection contractor. The final anticipated bid package, or bid package number 5, will be for the demolition of the former Landside terminal, as well as the roadway system and surface lots associated with the former Landside, if a reuse is not identified, as well as the demolition of the ends of Concourses A and B. There will also be the installation of a multiple jetway passenger boarding bridge at the end of Concourse A. This bid package will likely have 1 prime, a general contractor. This is such an exciting time for our airport and the region. This program has the potential to generate $1.66 billion in economic activity, create well over 10,000 direct and indirect jobs for the region, generate $28 million in state and local tax revenues, make it less expensive for our airlines to operate out of Pittsburgh International, enhance the customer experience, and make our airport more safe and secure, all with no local tax dollars. What an opportunity we have. So, what's next to turn this opportunity into reality? Right now, as I mentioned, we are working on putting together a team of experts to partner with us on this project. We are in the selection process for a program director and some additional executive program management staff that will help us develop program policies and procedures, establish program governance, and propose approval processes to be utilized during this project. We will be setting up the team structure that will include both consultant and internal staff. This will be an integrated project team. We will then be issuing an RFP for both a design team and multiple PMCM teams to help us design and build this program. And finally, if you would like more information about doing business at the airport or have a question that was not covered in this presentation today, please visit www.PITTransformed.com on the business portal to receive updates on upcoming opportunities or to simply ask a question. The deadline to ask specific questions related to this presentation is December 15th, 2017. We would like to maintain a transparent and open process where all potential partners have an equal opportunity, so we will be posting answers to all questions in writing on PITTransformed.com. If you are registered, you will receive a notification that the questions and answers have been posted. So that's our story. It's an exciting time for our region and for Pittsburgh International Airport. We welcome you to join our team as a consultant or contractor, or as an ambassador of our vision to your friends and neighbors. This is only the first of what will be multiple Industry Day events that we will be conducting related to our Terminal Modernization Program. As we begin to fine-tune this plan and further define the program, we will maintain an open and transparent process by communicating information in a timely manner. We anticipate an on-site Industry Day event in the first quarter of 2018, where small businesses and disadvantaged business enterprises can meet with the project team and potential prime consultants and contractors to discuss partnership opportunities. Thank you so much for your time and interest in our Terminal Modernization Program. And now, once again, our visionary leader and CEO, Christina Cassotis.
We hope you now have a better understanding of the goals of our Terminal Modernization Program and the steps involved in the process. 25 years ago, when we opened this facility, it was leading edge. And now, 25 years later, we embark on transforming this facility to meet the needs of the traveling public, our airlines, our stakeholders, and most importantly, our community. Speaking of our community, the Pittsburgh region has undergone its own transformation. As you'll see in the upcoming video created for our region's bid to land Amazon's second headquarters, Pittsburgh is the city that built America. People like you, and perhaps your parents and grandparents, helped us do it. We are building the future. Our region's story is one of invention and reinvention, from steel to software, from plate glass to robotics, and from aluminum to autonomous vehicles. Guided by the lessons of our past and a vision for the future, our ideas are bigger and our communities are stronger than ever as we build a future forged for all.
Let's go east across the country to Pittsburgh, where the Monongahela and the Allegheny River join.
You've probably heard something about Pittsburgh, the city that built America, the city that built the world, the city that fell so hard. And now, Pittsburgh, the tech powerhouse. Pittsburgh, the culinary wonderland. The city that's big and small and approachable and amazing all at once. The city where a chair saves your spot. That's us. All of it. And this whole time, we've always had one loyalty. And it's not the one you're thinking of. This loyalty is stronger than steel. It comes from a history of facing challenges head on. It comes from learning that you can't wait for opportunity, you have to create it. And that the only way to prepare for the future is to work together and build the future yourself. We're loyal to a better tomorrow, loyal to investing in our kids and the institutions that build strong leaders, loyal to the audacious reality that if we do the right thing today, tomorrow will be awesome. Not just change, improvement. Not just for some, all. It's why we're not sitting back, enjoying our moment in the sun. We're forging ahead, building new industries, improving our most beautiful assets, setting the stage, sowing the seeds to grow a better generation, making sure all families have room to grow. We're building something special here. A place where thinkers, makers, dreamers, and doers can afford to be bold. A place where bright minds and youthful energy come together to put down roots. A place where big things happen and big problems get solved every single day. And just wait till you see what we do next. Then again, you don't have to wait. Join us. We always have time for one more great idea and room for one more great neighbor. But hurry, tomorrow is almost here.